Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Mugwump Tower, this is Albatross 1-3, requesting permission to land, over.
I don't need a computer to tell me how to land a damn airplane.
6.
Heads-up display, check.
5,
Lasers, check.
4,
Particle beam, check.
3,
Photon bolts, check.
2,
Chair control, check.
1.
Let's do it.
Hello! No trip to a Disney theme park is complete without meeting Mickey Mouse. Who can forget the thrill of seeing Tinkerbell soar overhead to begin the fireworks, or Kylo Ren cutting through the ceiling on Rise of Resistance, or your favorite princess waving just to you during the 3 o'clock parade? We can all agree that Disney characters are a fundamental part of any Walt Disney World trip, and they're what I'll be talking about in this episode. I'm Robert, and this is Docking Bay 77 Podcast. Now, a lot of people's favorite Disney experiences are thrill rides and IP, both of which are delightful, but are not all that Disney has to offer. Some of my favorite park memories and must-dos are non-film Disney park characters. So here are my top 7. Now, there were a lot of characters to choose from. Sometimes people even think my husband is a character, and he is, but not like that. Anyway, to help narrow it down and show variety, I sorted them into categories and picked my favorite from each. Consider this Robert's version. Number 7, Mythic History. Chester and Hester, Meriwether Out and Pleasure, Barnabas T. Bullion. If these names aren't familiar to you, it's because these are characters you usually cannot meet at a Disney park. They're part of what Disney calls mythic history. It's kind of the backstory for each land or attraction, which helps set the stage and tell the tale. My pick for a mythic figure, Sid Cahuenga, the owner of the one-of-a-kind gift shop in that little bungalow on the left when you first enter Disney's Hollywood Studios. The mythic history is that it was Sid's house for many years on the outskirts of Hollywood. But when the studios came in, he wouldn't sell, so he opened up his shop instead. Sid's store sold actual Hollywood memorabilia, and often he was there telling great stories and even doing impressions of the stars. Unusually, just one actor played Sid from opening day until his passing almost 20 years later, when Sid was retired. Unlike many other characters, there was only one Sid. Number 6, Atmosphere. Those little touches that bring the experience to life, from the music to the architecture to the characters. Divine at Animal Kingdom is usually around the Oasis, but she's a little hard to find. In fact, I'm not even sure I have a picture of her. But that's the point. She's just one more reminder from the Imagineers to slow down and explore this park. Take your time. Flight of Passage will still be there. I might have called out Shrunken Ned as well, but he can only be found hanging around Disneyland. Number 5, entertainment, like shows and parades. Now, Frozen is a Disney film, of course, but the royal historians of Arendelle aren't in the movie. Aria and Eric tell the story and lead the sing-alongs at one of my favorite shows in the parks. For the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration. Their personalities, which somehow vary quite a bit from show to show, and their ad-libs make this a must-see every trip. I just can't let it go. Number 4, unlike entertainment characters, attraction characters are always the same. Always the same. Always the same, with a few exceptions. From the Country Bears to the Pirates of the Caribbean, John's family at the Carousel of Progress, all those singing birds and flowers and tikis you know where, there are lots of characters who originated in theme parks. Sometimes they had movies that came later. One that is head but not shoulders above the rest is Madame Leota, the iconic medium of the Haunted Mansion. Named after Disney legend Imagineer Leota Toombs, really, Toombs, and voiced by Disney legend Eleanor Audley, who was the mistress of portraying scary women. I picked Leota not just for that, but because she's the hinge between the world of the living and the dead in this attraction, and the only character in the mansion who isn't whimsical or funny at all, just dead serious. Number 3. Speaking of Haunted Mansion, my next category is attractions and or experience cast, like those butlers and maids in the mansion. These characters may not have a name, besides the one on their name tag, but they are playing a role. The bellhops from Tower of Terror, one of Dayton's top 7 rides, are another great example. But my pick, Your Cousins at Disney's 50s Primetime Cafe. It's one of our must-do meals every trip. Like the skippers over at the Jungle Cruise, they can make or break your experience. More than just servers, the best of them are entertainers. And amazingly, many of them remember us year over year, just like family. Just be sure to wash your hands before you visit. And if you guys ever see Muggsy Takata, tell him Big R says hey. Anyway, more than atmosphere, but not quite an entertainment show. Number 2, my next category is Streetmosphere. I love Streetmosphere. Those characters who just sort of roam around Main Street or Batu or Hollywood Boulevard and bring the area to life. My pick, the citizens of Hollywood. From the fading silent film star, sorry Dorma, to the new girl off the bus, the gossiped columnist, the director, the beat cop, they're all here bringing the golden age of Hollywood back to life in a perpetual 1947. Whether performing impromptu shows or just mingling with the little people like you and me, they were a delight. And although they can't be seen in person anymore, through the magic of the movies, you can find them right here on YouTube. Start with the 99s over on K-Put Radio's channel and enjoy. I told you there were a lot of these characters to choose from, so I have some runners-up. First off, Orange Bird. That was Walt Disney World's first original character, but I'm a West Coast kid, so the nostalgia factor wasn't really there for me for Orange Bird. Yeehaw Bob. He is a character for sure. Don't miss him at Port Orleans Riverside Resort. He is fantastic. Figment and Dreamfinder, of course. Sage of Time. A little bit of a throwback there. And of course, Stupid Judy. Stupid Judy. Anyway, did I mention yours? Let us know in the comments. And finally, number 1, the immersive characters. The Legendary Adventurers Club could be found on Pleasure Island from 1989 until 2008. An AirSats Explorers Club across 2 floors and multiple rooms. You entered into 1937 and met club president Pamelia Perkins, dashing aviator Hathaway Brown, maids, butlers, and lots more. A mix of scripted scenes and lots of unscripted guest interactions at the members' room of the club. You could spend your whole night there. I know I did, and many other fans did as well. Talking Relics, the Ghostly Fingers Zambezi on the organ, R.I.P. and Kungaloosh to the best attraction Disney ever made. Now, if it seems like many of these things are no longer there, you're right. There are a lot of reasons, including the pandemic shutdown and savings of costs and guest response, but I think we can all do with a little more magic. Make time on your next trip to seek out Disney's non-film characters. You'll come home with memories and maybe even a souvenir. Disney characters and cast members are some of the kindest, most talented, and yes, magical people you will meet. It's like Walt said, you can dream, create, design, and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it requires people to make the dream a reality.